So how is Chem 332 structured? Well, contrary to popular belief, the class is not strictly online. Our approach to Chem 332 is blended. We deliver fundamental lecture material online, material that we would just talk at you anyway, and then in discussion sessions and in SI sessions, we predominantly do problem solving. So we reserve active learning activities and activities where real learning is really going to take place for the live environment. We provide a fairly rigid organizational structure for our web materials to help you find things easily. We've divided the course up into a series of lessons. Within each lesson you can find webcasts, notes, and problems of the day. The webcasts are videos like this one that describe the fundamental material of the lesson. The notes go along with the webcasts and describe much of the same material in text form. And the problems of the day are problems that we provide that we ask you to work on associated with that lesson. The problems themselves can be answered in ACE Organic and are also available on the wiki. We also run discussion sessions over the web. You can join these from anywhere on campus or off. And these are student-driven problem-solving sessions in which we rely on you to really get the ball rolling and work with each other to solve discussion problems and problems of the day. As far as live sessions are concerned, we hold discussion sessions 3 days a week that are in a live environment in which you can get personal contact with the course instructors and TAs. They're very similar to the online discussion sessions in content, but they allow you to work with people in person if that's more your cup of tea. We also hold supplemental instruction sessions 5 days a week, which are led by former students of Chem 332 who are still very fresh with the material. The SI leaders also hold reviews before midterm exams. It's very important to stay organized as the semester progresses in Chem 332, and we've tried to make this easy by providing a very organized framework and providing you with calendars and other tools to work with. So on the home page for the course wiki, you'll find a Google Calendar that you can use. This semester we folded the course tracker functionality into the lesson summary page itself. In the summary list of lessons, you'll see under each lesson link a checkbox and a date next to it. Overdue lessons will have dates indicated in red, and lessons that you've completed, in which you've checked the box, will be indicated in green. If you leave the page and come back to it, you'll notice that your progress is saved as long as your browser maintains its local storage. You should establish a personal schedule and stick to it. In a little bit, I'll talk about a typical weekly schedule that you might see, but if you need help with course material, technology, scheduling, anything, you should ask someone as soon as possible. Sitting on a question will do you no good in this course. So here's a typical weekly course schedule that you might use. 3 lessons are associated with each week, and in this schedule I've called them A, B, and C. So on Monday and Tuesday, you would address the first lesson of the week and perhaps review last week's material on Monday. And then on Tuesday, you would do POTDs and discussion problems for the first lesson that were not covered in discussion. So you could attend discussion on Monday or Tuesday, but after you've attended, be sure to go back and revisit problems that were not covered in the discussion. A similar schedule on Wednesday and Thursday, with the important exception that on Wednesday, you could attend an SI session where you could get some of the questions that you've had over the past week answered that were not answered in discussion or on comments on the wiki. Finally, on Friday and the weekend, a similar schedule for Lesson C. As far as assessments and exams are concerned, the exams are conducted in campus computer labs through ACE Organic. You submit your answers to us through ACE Organic, and we monitor you as you take the exam, both with on-site proctors and through Illuminate Live sessions, which is the program we use for online discussion sessions as well. The weekend before the exam, you'll receive a link that contains the location and time of your exam, and you'll click this when you get to the exam room in order to allow us to monitor you. Because ACE allows you multiple tries on every problem, we score the exam by decreasing your score for a correct response by 1 point each time you attempt a question incorrectly. This decrease happens to a lower limit called the residual score or residual credit. If you have any more questions about the structure of the course or what you should do on a weekly basis, feel free to consult the syllabus or one of the instructors or TAs.